All right.
Yeah, Arby's today.
Yes, sir. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I go by the name of Chris Vick, and welcome back to The Game Lounge. Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. I have a young man here with me that's a host of the Zay Zone. Isaiah Nicholson's in the house. Go ahead and say something, Isaiah.
Yay, what's going on, people?
What's going on, my brother? You know, did I press the right button? No, I didn't press it. Isaiah's in the house. Isaiah, say something.
What's going on?
I pressed the wrong button or something. I didn't press. I think I pressed the laughter. It seemed kind of rude. I'm like, no. I'm going to give him an applause. That's what he got. Anyway, we wound up redoing an episode with Isaiah since we got the two mic situation adjusted. And I thought I wound up doing a series that I thought I'd never touch on, which is Deadpool. And the Deadpool game, I was telling Isaiah, is literally just the epitome of what it is to be Deadpool. Buy for a day. Just because it feels like the entire game is a day. And with all due respect, it's actually a pretty good game. And I was telling him about the fact that it has some cameos and stuff like that. And they have a few X-Men special guest appearances. And, you know, it's pretty dope. So the epitome of what you get as Deadpool is literally what this game is about. So what I'm going to wind up doing is the first job series and the first mission, just so I can see how it works out. But me and Zay, we're gonna wind up talking and just, giving a good conversation the entire time. But you'll see me behind the skills of the game, and if I get good feedback, I'll do a whole series. We'll say that. So we'll just go about
a gaming talk show, you could say.
Say it again?
A gaming talk show, you could say.
Basically. So welcome to the podcast now. Welcome to the game podcast. So.
A sewer. How quaint. Does anybody remember?
Other than that, it's raining like annoying hell outside. And nobody wants to be outside in all this rain. That dialogue, guys.
You can't read. Yes, I can.
I'm a fan of rain, but then it's like not really, because at the same time it's like it just wets everything up, and it doesn't make you want to go anywhere.
I mean, all right, look. So like rain, it's good on days like probably work days, maybe like weekdays, school days, stuff like that, because you're not gonna be out there depending on your job.
Right.
And then if rain, now it's better rain at night because you can go to sleep better at night with rain.
Yeah, it's funny. I do look at those like 10-hour or those live videos of the rain on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
I watch those, and when I tell you, it is just it's the bee's knees. I don't know. When you get older, you just look forward to peace, and when you find it, you're like, I'm gonna hold on to this for a while. I like this peace feeling.
It's funny,
rain, it didn't go about catching my ear until I got older. I'm like, rain, whoop-de-doo. But now I'm just like, rain, that's nice. You just don't want to be in it. That's why you're just like, whatever. That's the only problem.
It's funny because I'm not old, but peace sounds nice to me now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And then you're how old again?
Well, right. I'm 17 now.
17.
Yes.
Yeah. So no, that's impressive. Most kids be outside wanting to just be around the music and just getting sturdy here and sturdy there. So the fact that you want peace is actually impressive. It just goes to show your intellect, and it actually shows what kind of mindset you have. Like most people at your age don't want that. So,
oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, gentlemen, hold on. Weave slice. That was a kick. Wrong icon mindset. Whatever. I cut his hand off.
Wow, so many ketchup packets being thrown over there.
I say that same joke. I'll be like, man, that's a lot of ketchup. Just trying to be considerate, knowing damn well that is not ketchup. That is not ketchup at all. Okay, buttons do stuff. So either way, how are we doing in schools? Let's talk about high school real quick. How was it transitioning from middle school into high school? You've been in high school for how many years now?
I would say like 2 years.
2 years. So you're in 10th grade.
No.
You're in 11th.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Like 2 years. I think years, but I'm in like the third grade in the not third grade. You're
in 11th grade.
11th grade. Yes.
So you're a junior.
Grade.
No, you're
a junior.
You're a junior. Yeah, because it's freshman, sophomore, junior, then
senior. Yeah.
Okay. So that bounce house works. Cool. So, all right, bet. So with that being said, how do you feel about high school at this point? What do you think?
Well, it depends on the school you go to. Some schools.
What school you go to again?
I'm not gonna say no on this.
I ain't gonna tell nobody what I'm doing here. No. You will not know what I'm doing. Yes, Calissa. Sure. Where'd you get the stickers from? I know you got those stickers from. Anyway, yeah, he said, I'm not going to say my high school here. You're not going to find out where I get educated at least not today.
But what I could say is that it's one of the best schools in the state according to the school itself.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what proof do they have that it's actually the best in the state? Is there like a plaque on the wall that's
Because-
like, we were given by Bloomberg if his ass is still in any type of office?
No, he's all right. All right. So they got like a 100% graduation rate, like on the college, and everybody in the school graduates and goes somewhere nice.
Really?
Well, not everyone, but like most, yeah, around there though. Around there, I would say.
That's impressive. When you sit back and think about it, if everybody goes about, if there's an 100% rate of graduation,
Or like 98%.
failing.
It's something like that. Yeah, because my school does not fail actually. Like if you fail a grade, you don't get let back.
What?
You go to the next grade, but in another school. So.
Oh, okay. So wait, does your school have multiple schools?
All right, so it's 2 schools in the building, but there's into like a school automatically, like not the same school in the same building, but like a whole other school, probably like a bad school, probably.
Okay, bet.
Unfortunately for the people, but
Right. He's like, unfortunately, I don't know what to tell you other dudes, but
yeah, I was shocked. I'm like, okay, I'm like, wow, this is like a good school because you can like if you like fail all your classes, which is rare. It's just like that lazy, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. But no, see, that's not fair though, because then if you was to go about doing the class, if you was to go about not doing the class and still getting able to get by, you don't know what it was like to really actually grind and get that full effort out of it. Like, I understand, like, for example, a class that I didn't really care about when I was in high school, and most people that was in, I'm gonna say my school, Morris Academy, shout out to Morris, class of 2012. Hope everybody's good. Is anybody listening? Keep staying up, keep your head above water. Much blessings. But when it came to the classes that I didn't want to do, I didn't like Spanish for shit.
Oh no.
And Spanish was just incredibly annoying. So I went about just doing it because I know I had to do it. But to want to know that I didn't do the class and I still got passed for it, like, no, you still need to go about giving me my my failure if I did that. Like, nah, you didn't reach this criteria that you needed to do this class a justice. And then if they going about getting away with it, then come on, like, where's the lesson to it? I failed the class. If I failed the class in the previous year, that means that I have to probably take that class again in the next semester.
Wow.
Because of the fact that I didn't get enough credit, so I didn't pass that class enough. So, if your school doesn't fail people for certain things, and I guess I understand, but to me, for me, it'd be a certain degree. Like, if they actually failed it, then just, you have to fail them.
But it's still a consequence regardless because you're going to be sent to like a bad school technically.
Right. So is this bad school? Is it far away from the school that you go to now?
No one knows. Like
They never been to the school.
no,
What the fuck?
Cause it's randomized.
What kind of school is this?
Because it's randomized.
God damn, Miss Frizzle. Even the Magic School Bus couldn't take you on that bad of a trip. Lord have mercy. Okay, so so can you say the name of the bad school?
Yeah.
Well, we don't know the name of the bad school. It's just like randomized. Like
Oh,
you get sent to like a random school. That's all it is.
And who might
That don't
be?
even make sense. So you get a hat shooken with a bunch of names in it, and then the school just happens to so-called be bad.
We don't
Like,
have fun.
all right.
But then how do you have proof it's a bad school? Like, somebody came back like, oh my
Well,
God,
it's not
yo, I
always
got
a
sent to
bad
that bad school. How did you make it out? I didn't. You're telling me the story about it though. Nigga,
right.
this is my soul telling you. My body's gone.
All right,
What?
all right, so let me rephrase this real quick. So I wouldn't say a bad school, but like a whole different school. It's not the same school all the time. It's just randomized.
Randomized. Okay.
But most high schools is too much.
right.
know.
Okay.
Cause my school doesn't do freshman Fridays. They don't do.
I remember that. Boy. Freshman Fridays. I shot him definitely in his neck, but okay. Freshman Fridays used to be the worst. Oh man, used to
But
be the
of
worst.
course, most high schools, just do some weird stuff in the staircase. That's all I'm saying.
I'm crying. I gotta add the laughter in there. You right. Nah, listen. Jaden. I'm sorry. I'm about to call you Jaden. Pardon me. Isaiah.
Okay.
Boy, I've definitely heard of some stories in some high school. In some high school staircases and some auditoriums. Hell, maybe even once in the classroom. I'm not gonna lie to you. High school was. I'm gonna tell you just like I told every other kid. I know I told you when I heard you was about to get into it. These are about to be the most unique 4 years of your life because you're gonna experience things from certain people of different backgrounds that you wouldn't in public school. Like in public school, you get exposed to some stuff. You might get seen about some bullying.
Oh, yeah.
You might see some truth or the dare stuff. You might even see a teacher have to yell at a kid or walk out the classroom, or even
time.
see a kid walk out the classroom or curse at the teacher or get spanked or something. You'll see something bad in middle school, but in high school, you find out about life, bro. You find out this shit is real, and you're just like, what?
Yeah, I definitely seen a lot of stuff in both places, you know.
Yeah.
Like middle school. Jesus, yeah, for real. Like,
He's like, yo, if you see what I seen, yo, I am 30 years older
Alright,
because
so-
of what I seen.
my math teacher in middle school,
Yeah.
I think he came to school drunk one day. It was something wrong with him.
Math teacher was bopped?
It was something. Okay, something was wrong with him.
Oh, wow.
All right.
That's brave.
So basically, like he just so he came to the class normal and everything. All right. Put on a game like Kahoot or something like that. I don't know.
Cahoots? What are we, 40? No, what are we, 6? Hold on, I said Cahoots because that just sounds like a kid game. Who wants to play Cahoots? Nobody, Dad. Good.
But yeah, so we
I'm
played
not
like
playing Cahoots, killers, or what?
But yeah, it was like a game called Kahoot, basically.
Right. I think I heard about it too.
Yeah,
So.
I mean it's a high school game too. It's not.
Oh, it's not just for like adolescents. It's actually for like, you know, teenagers and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
So-
I you know, it's funny. I didn't do much research on it, but it just sounded like a child's game to me.
Oh yeah, I mean there's another one called Blue Kid. That one sound like a. I mean,
what?
it's called Blue Kid, but you know, but the one I'm talking about is like penguins. It's not Club Penguin. It was like a penguin game. I don't know what it was. So like penguin game, like math problems, something like that. And he was walking around the classroom talking with some like the bad kids in the class, just cracking jokes and cussing, and I'm like, what?
Your way out of here.
Okay, so after that long pause,
And we're back.
so
Sorry about that.
So yeah, like he was just cursing and talking with the bad kids and cracking dirty jokes. I don't know. It was something weird about him. All right.
He was cracking
And
dirty jokes with the teens?
I don't know. To be honest. Like he was
What the
cracking
hell's
a
wrong with
joke.
this man? He was really stressed out. You know how stressed out you got to be to come to work drunk with kids and work with them?
Yeah.
You got to be pretty stressed. Like I work with kids and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I've had my nights out and stuff, but
But
I
days
only
in,
came in with a hangover. I wasn't still drunk. Like, nah,
Oh
man,
yeah.
that don't even make no sense.
But yeah, that was just wild because I'm like, why you coming to school today? Like, you couldn't back out today, or you couldn't just. And it's sad too
Couldn't just
because
called out and had a substitute? That just couldn't happen, right? You just had to come to work and prove a point because of the fact that you are the way that you are. And you know
Oh, yeah.
what, Mr. Garrison? That was a stupid idea. Because now you are a laughingstock. So wait, when he came to, I'm pretty sure he came back the next day. Did he do anything else stupid?
I think it was a Friday, so no, it was no school.
Oh, he had 2
weekend.
days to recover. 'Cause you know, the weekend you forget. But then some people would be like, nah, you know what Mr. Garrison did over? What is his name?
I'm not gonna say his name, just respect to him. But
Oh, respect. Okay, copy that.
but let's say let's say I mean I know
I'll stick with
alright.
Mr. Garrison. I was just saying.
I know his first name, but you know, all right. I'm gonna just say Mr. Will.
Mr.
Smith.
Will.
Mr. Will Smith. You're gonna say
Mr. Will Smith. That is
Because-
hilarious. I hate you, bro.
because close enough to his name. That's what I'm gonna say.
Right. Oh, bet. You better keep his wife's name.
All right.
Okay, so Mr. Will Smith wound up coming in intoxicated and started saying a whole bunch of
But yeah,
blurred lines to the kids and stuff and put on a game of Cahoots, right?
But yeah,
So what else
sixth grade
happened?
was just wild. Sixth grade was wild.
This is 6th grade, though.
Sixth grade class. Yes.
Lord have mercy. You wasn't even old enough to do trigger. You wasn't even old enough to do coordinate planes in school yet.
Ooh. Okay, that's a good one.
Nice.
So, in all seriousness, though,
Right.
sixth grade was a stressful year. Now, it wasn't stressful as high school years are, but the teachers, like, you know, all teachers in there was just always yelling and always this, always that. It wasn't no peace besides in science class.
Really?
Yes, like my ELA teacher, her name was. Listen, I'm gonna say Miss Island Ellis. You gonna say that? Close enough to her name,
Miss Island Ellis.
cause close, you know, Ellis Island.
Yeah, I had realized it was backwards and stuff. Yeah,
All right,
but I was
so-
trying to figure out. I was like, he's got a reason for saying it like that.
All right, so yeah, so Miss Island Ellis, you know, she was quite,
Pulse rifles.
you know, she was from the Philippines. She was quite, you know, thick. You would say in this case.
She was a 10.
Yes. No, not 10, but like she was, you know, just quite wide. We can say in this case.
Oh, okay. So she was voluptuous.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, she was always yelling. Like it was no break in that class
She was always yelling for what?
because kids won't listen, and her voice was always like she's like, excuse me, sir, you come here. Sir, come here.
That's how she sounded when she talked.
Mr. Nicholson, come here. Oh,
Mr. Nixon, come here.
stuff like that. I'm like, oh God.
Mr. Nixon. Like, yo, just say my name regular. I'm Isaiah. You can say Isaiah.
So one day this kid got mad at her, and since she was quite on the heavy side, he decided to tell her to go back to Burger King.
Wow.
So it was funny, but
damn, that was a good joke. I'm as grown as I am. That was actually a good ass joke.
yeah,
Back to Burger King.
yeah. No, it was funny, but you gotta be nice.
Respectfully go back
Yeah.
to the burgers. That's hilarious.
And then
die.
like ELA and math was just strict, hard, like strict teachers. Science, okay. She was my favorite teacher. Okay, I saw her in like 5th grade before, and she seemed to be nice, and I said to have her next year.
Right.
All right, and in 6th grade she was just as nice. She was the piece, like the break from the yelling teachers all the time.
Right, and then you need that too, because after a while, if you have a yelling teacher all the time, it becomes overwhelming. It makes you not want to go to school. You don't
Yes.
you don't have the motivation that you would if a teacher was to talk to you in a certain tone. Like, okay, I understand that I'm wrong, but how much are you gonna drag the fact that you need to yell it? Like, why do you have to say it in that tone? Like, I get the fact that I'm wrong, but every time I ask you something, or if I gotta go to the bathroom, and I'm not one of those kids to disturb you or be the ones to be like, man, yo, Miss Ellis Island or Miss whatever this, SMD. Like, I ain't do that. So you gonna keep talking to me with attitude? I'm not even the reason why you upset. Don't bring that energy towards me. You don't have to do that. It's not a big deal. But
Yeah.
so you said this other person wound up being a break from her, right?
Yeah, so
Which is good. That's good.
we'll call her Miss Castaway. like Wilson. Castaway the film. Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah, Wilson.
Yeah.
With the ball.
Yeah. What was that?
Alyssa, what the hell? Go make wind noises in the room, Alyssa. I love you.
Oh wow, that was funny.
So cute.
Okay, but yeah,
Bedroom, not the hallway. You're gonna knock something down. I love you. Stop it.
all right.
She's a trip. So you were saying that
It was peaceful in that class. Like the only time she would get mad if you don't listen. And plus, it's just that the young teachers were always yelling. Some of them was just for like no reason. Well, the LA one was for no reason most of the time.
really?
But the math one just yelled when people weren't being, quiet.
Right. Now, yeah, and I understand you trying to.
Get your class quiet.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I've been in the class. I've been one of those kids that have getting caught up in telling a few good ass jokes, and I'm just like, I could just say a few more jokes and I'll be quiet because I just like to make people laugh. I'm definitely a fan of that. But when you're milking it, you gotta have the respect because you gotta sit back and think about it. Now you understand what it is to be upset when it comes to trying to get somebody's attention. If you do get to that
Oh,
field,
yes.
well, circle.
I learned that the other day.
Yeah.
Yes.
And once you get to that point, you're just like, okay, this is what they were talking about.
Cause look, all right, so
Like, wow, this makes a lot of sense.
so I work at a school. Like I'm like a apprenticeship
Right.
at
Shout out to that apprenticeship at a school. Let's go, Zay.
one of the best schools in the Bronx, according to my supervisor. I'm not gonna shout them out because we're not gonna. I still work there now.
Right, but he know who he is.
Yeah,
He,
oh,
he
yeah.
or she.
All right, it's a he. It's a he.
Okay, he knows who he is. If he
So-
used to watch video, if you told him about it, he'll know that.
Oh yeah, he's very local. He's locally famous in like in New York. you
Really?
could say, yeah.
Oh, dope. Okay,
Yeah.
so the man's already getting around.
Like
Cool.
27K on Instagram. So
Oh, damn. Yeah, my man is definitely, he's a topic of discussion for somebody.
yeah. So
Somebody got him as a preset for a
Yeah.
quick send.
So at that school, I work with 1st grade. So I start work at 1:00, and then I get out of work at 5:00. So from 1:00 to like 2:30, I work with the 1st graders. After that, I work the after school program and I help out the 5th graders with their work and all that, which is nice, simple. But that day, so last week Thursday, on my last day of the week, the 1st grade teacher was not there, and I could tell that she be stressed out every single day based on how she's yelling at the kids and how they don't listen. And it's true, they do not listen.
Yeah, but that's not fair. Like,
I know.
come on, y'all. I understand that you want to play around and have fun, but you mean to tell that there's times where I see kids intentionally being bad, and it's just like you really
yes,
woke
yes.
up today and chose violence. That's what you tell me?
All right, so look, I got a whole lot of story about this one right here.
Oh, here we go.
All right, so on Thursday, she was not there. The teacher was not there. So, and my throat was pretty much damaged because I talk a lot,
Right.
So I was on vocal rest, but I still have to come in, basically, Well, I could have took the day off, but I decided to come in because why not? So I was on a little bit of a vocal rest, so I couldn't talk like I want to for a couple days, unfortunately.
Right.
I'm good now. I sound like myself now.
He said, I actually sound like a human being again, thank God.
Cause
Lord knows I was out here probably sound like Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians.
Cause that day I was just like, how you doing? No, not like that. Just like hoarse. I couldn't even talk. So I had to go on vocal rest, basically.
Right.
And I had to take care of the first graders, because usually I don't say much.
No,
But-
you're not much of a talkative person, no.
Yeah.
If anybody
But-
knows you well enough, they know that.
Oh yeah. But unfortunately, that day I had to execute my vocal rest just to make things right, and I couldn't leave because I already signed in. So I messed myself up because I thought you were gonna be there, and I had to break my vocal rest for that day. Thankfully, I recovered over the weekend, but basically, the first grade class was just too much.
Yeah, the first
Like-
grade class? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got a lot of energy, man. Those are some hyper beans. Those things don't know how to sit still. They do not. Mind you,
They don't.
I worked with kids for 7 years. Yeah, you're not telling me nothing I don't already know.
Oh
man.
yes,
I know
yes.
exactly the energy. And I just be like, God damn, you could do that 20 times? Like, shit.
But it was similar. And the teacher that was in the room was an old man who couldn't barely blink his eyes.
And then why do you bring in these decrepit ass people? God forgive me. I'm gonna wind up being honest with you, my boy. Listen. Stop hiring people that are not old enough to mentally keep up with these kids. You are hiring you're hiring the opposite. You hire people that can keep up with these kids. Why do you have your grandfather out here watching your grandson by himself? You can't do that. Let Grandpa serve the food. He can make a mean ass casserole or whatever old people make at that age, but you can't. What the? Oh, no. I've seen that before, and I've had to save them, and I'm just like, shit. He's not gonna make it tonight. That's his last bowl of tapioca. I don't know what he's gonna do next. He's not gonna make it. He is not going to make it today. Dealing with this, he's not going to make it.
It's the fact that I had them when I was like first grade too, I think. And keep in mind, I was in first grade like a long time ago from now. All right, I'm pretty sure probably had it in first grade if she was out. For real, like you've been there for a long time.
Yeah.
Like he be
Like, damn, you still here?
I saw him before. I'm like, hold on a second, this looks familiar. I found out his name.
He
Like,
looks
wow.
familiar. Yo,
I found out his name.
if you're old enough to make it, if you were, wait, I gotta get it out. Wait, if you were there, if you were at a job to where there was a child once there, and then they worked there with you, you've been there way too fucking long. You've been there way too long, bro. Way too long. Your expiration date should have been over. Why are you still at that job? No hell, no. My bad, y'all. My bad. I had to clear the air with that one. Isaiah is absolutely right. He said, man, if I don't recognize your ass, it's because you've been there. You've been just here rotting in this place ever since I left as a child. First I learned here, then I worked here. If I own the place and you're still fucking legacy check. There's a legacy check that's inbound for you. Oh my goodness.
But
that
nah.
was funny as hell.
Actually, I went to a
Shout
different
out to
school.
that.
Though.
That was the joke of the month.
but nah,
Joke of the month, yo.
But nah, he's like a social teacher, like 5 different schools probably, for like a long time for sure. So I'm saying, it's just like he's been there for too long, for real. To be completely serious. But yeah, that was funny though. I was really funny.
Shit. That shouldn't have been that damn funny. But I just know I understood completely. That's why I just started telling the truth. I'm like, nah. How did you leave the place to come back and be like, yeah, I recognize you? Like you've been there too long. Now you know what's funny? I've had moments like that. Like 29, PS 29. Shout out to that school. That's my school that I've been in from I believe from kindergarten up until 8th grade. And then at some point, I did start working there probably like 5 years after I left middle school because I wind up getting a job as a, that was pretty easy. Anyway, I wind up getting a job at the Classic Center working with the kids and stuff. Shout out to the Classic Center too. That was the pinnacle of my life. I definitely enjoyed it. I have all the scripts that I've written to this day. So, but when it came to the working at the job and stuff like that, where I used to go to school at, it wasn't a problem But it was just like you do get surprised, like, yo, you're really still here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what are you still doing here? It's crazy. I don't know. And I gotta rewatch that whole episode. This whole last part back, I just gotta hear us dying. I have to hear that shit. I have to fucking hear that. That's gotta be that's on the menu tonight. What's on the menu? Us dying. That's it. Because I'll be damned if that wasn't the criteria of how you feel like when you see somebody and you're like, nah.
It's true.
You like what? Nah, I gotta see that back. So
Oh,
in
yeah.
a few seconds, because I'm gonna wind up finishing this mission. I wind up somehow, this is a guy, I'm supposed to kill this guy. There's a contract I get for beating this guy. The contract allows me to get paid if I assassinate him. But we do some corny stuff and we like knock him all the way out to the ground level of remember that bounce house I made earlier?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you'll see why that comes in handy for some reason. So, but nah, I definitely got to see that episode back.
Oh, yeah. That was too funny.
Oh, man.
I haven't laughed like that in a long time.
Straight hilarious. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, those type of laughs be the laughs that make you feel real good inside. Like, I still have these in here. Oh, I gotta release one of these laughs, man.
Oh,
One of these
man.
laughs gotta go.
Yes.
But I'm gonna stop the episode at this point. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Hold on, wait. It's actually about to be over in a second.
It's not like we get a do-over on this one. The hell we don't.
You get the recap with all the dope shit I did. Yeah, I did that. I shot him. I blew him up. I took his mother. I wound up dunking on that man. I shot this gun. I sliced his head off, and then I used this bullet to shoot him in the ass with. I punched him out. He fell through the window. I decked that nigga about 7 times. We landed on a bouncy house, and I did it all in under half an hour. Half a fucking hour. You know what I'm saying?
You see all that?
By the way, if I ever do the series, Peter is like the manager or the budgeter of the game. So it's like he's like Deadpool always broke the fourth wall. Like you see how he's aiming at us as the
Where are you a-holes?
like audience. Like he does that because he can actually talk to people in
Some credit.
other worlds. I don't know how, but it's crazy.
Let him get away, didn't we?
But hold on a second.
Fun is in the chase. You're talking. Let's get him.
Woo!
Nah, it was a good laugh, though. We'll say that.
Boy, that shit was hilarious. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end this episode right here. Isaiah, thank you so much for coming by, my guy. Definitely a pleasure having you. That was funny as hell. And thank you guys for tuning in to another lovely episode of the Game Lounge. Make sure to please like, comment, and subscribe. Any game ideas you might have, send them to me. Definitely would like to try something out.
And check out the Zay Zone, of
And
course.
check out the Zay Zay Zone. If I'm not mistaken, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 2 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully, because we always said that. But please subscribe to the Zay Zay Zone. My man has some very detailed content that you guys would love. Very articulate, very on point, very specific. He's got a great channel. Subscribe to him as well and like his content. He's a great channeler, all right?
For sure.
Until next time, game until you sleep, guys. It's been real. See you guys later.